We have been very excited around here for the past, we've owned the car for about a year now. We purchased a MGA twin cam, one of roughly 2,100 built. We purchased it in the UK. It was set up as a very fast race car. I don't want to tell you exactly what's been done to the car, but suffice it to say, it still maintains a MG twin cam motor. It still retains four-wheel disc brakes, but
which is actually quite rare because a lot of people blew up their twin cam motors when they raced them.
Definitely.
So the fact that this car has a twin cam motor is actually pretty rare. The twin cam I have, unfortunately, doesn't have its twin cam motor because in period it was blown up. So the fact that it's got this engine is pretty special for this car.
Yeah, I mean, the car's an exciting car. It's not just an exciting car to drive, but it's an exciting car from an engineering perspective because Time Magazine actually rated the MGA twin cam as the worst car of the 20th century. They only made 2,100 because within a couple of years, I think probably the majority of those cars had blown their motors. They didn't quite finish the design process, which is too bad because it actually started in 1955 in the EX182 prototype cars. They knew they wanted to go to a twin cam engine, and for whatever reason, they struggled. They tried various different motors and nothing quite stuck. What we have here is a car that's been re-examined from an engineering perspective in order to correct some of the original flaws in the MGA twin cam motor. And it's both exciting and very sad because when we take a closer look at the car, you'll see what they were so close to accomplishing in period, which would have been, I think, a veritable dragon slayer on the track. I mean, the car is nuts. Right? I mean, you've driven it.
Little scary.
It's far faster, I think, than any MGA I've ever driven, including my race car, which is
absolutely,
of course, the quickest MGA.
Yeah, I bet.
You know,
he can think that all he wants.
We may have the car on the track at Fall Festival, so stay tuned. I think for that performance, I think we'll find out the answer to that question then. Again, I don't want to get too into the mechanicals of it, but the car's doing close to 200 horsepower at the flywheel, which is at least 50 more than my race engine puts out.
Probably
more than
100
50
more.
Yeah, it's seriously quick. So, is there anything else we want to say about it? Should we?
Let's take it for a ride.
Yeah, you want to take it for a ride?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Doesn't it just sound awesome? I mean, like, you feel the motor, you hear the motor, everything just comes alive. And it's exciting to be able to have a car, because this car, our race cars, you could not drive on the road. I mean, even this is borderline, but I mean, it's as wild and crazy as you want your road car to be. Even in period as race cars, the twin cams were an advantage over the pushrod cars because the twin, whereas the pushrods have so many mechanical pieces to move, the twin cams sitting in the top of the engine allow faster revving and higher revving. So, when you're on the racetrack, the difference between being able to rev to 5,500 and to rev to 7,000 RPMs is a huge advantage. This car with the performance parts will rev up happily to 7,500. Really doesn't even come on power until you get to about 4,000 RPMs. So it's well set up for what it does. By way of comparison, this is a stock MGA in front of us here. And that's where the addiction comes from.